Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This Talk Crypto Bull here once again for your daily crypto update. Let's get right into it. Well, it looks like the market's definitely bouncing back. See nothing but green bubbles here in the top 100 cryptos. Looks like Mr. Jerome Powell, he's pumping Bitcoin. In case you didn't know, we had a FOMC meeting yesterday and today Jerome Powell gave a speech right around 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that was about like almost 10 hours ago. And he definitely wasn't hawkish. He was more dovish. He said he was gonna pause. He's not gonna raise rates, or he's not gonna cut rates. So he's just gonna pause right now. But that was kind of expected. The market had already priced that in, that he was gonna pause. But they were just waiting, on his speech to see if he was gonna be hawkish or dovish. And he ended up being more dovish, in my opinion. He was kind of neutral. He wasn't really hawkish or dovish. He was kind of neutral. But at the end, he was kind of dovish. Because he wasn't he didn't defy Donald Trump. He didn't really talk about him. He didn't confront him, saying like, oh, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Forget Donald Trump. The first question they asked him was how he responded to Donald Trump, saying that he was gonna make Jerome Powell cut rates. And he just, he didn't confront him. He didn't say anything really. He just said that, he wasn't going to comment, on the president or on any elected politician. That he has his job to do, and he just basically danced around it. He wasn't dovish or hawkish against Donald Trump, and he also said that the Fed wasn't necessarily looking for the inflation to go all the way down to 2%, in order to to cut rates or to have quantitative easing in the future. So that was very dovish. So maybe they'll start cutting rates here in March in the next meeting. Here I got this cool little article that explains it a lot better. Let's read it and see what it says here. Bitcoin rallies to 104.7K after the Fed FOMC meeting. Nothing burger. It lines up with the market expectation. Bitcoin futures traders liquidated shorts after today's Fed OMC comments, align with the market consensus. Bitcoin price popped to the upside following FOMC confirmation that the Federal Reserve would leave interest rates unchanged from its current target range of 4.25% to 4.5%. Although Fed Chair Jerome Powell and policymakers conceded that inflation remains somewhat elevated, the central bank chose to take a wait-and-see approach, leaving all opinions open regarding to its monetary policy in the short term. At the outset, Bitcoin price declined along the S&P 500, Dow, and QQQ before reversing course to hit an intraday high near 104,782. But charts suggest that the move is likely to fade. Data from Velo data shows that price move was primarily driven by activity within the futures market, where an uptick in Bitcoin's funded rates happened. Well, actually, I don't think it's going to go down anymore. I think it's going to keep going up. Let's continue with the article. Despite the push up into BTC's $104,000 to $106,000 resistance zone, what remains to be seen is a sustained uptick in spot buying and the return of the off-sided Coinbase premium. Ideally, a surge in margin accompanied by increasing volumes in spot markets would be the type of market action required to support price acceleration above 105K. I believe we're already above 105K. So let's continue here with what Powell said. Regarding Powell's post-FOMC comments and his view of the U.S. economy, the bulk of his statements align with the expectations of the market participants. Economist and popular crypto trader Alex Kruger described the press conference as good, citing Powell's optimism on both policy and the economy. He says, the FOMC statement had removed mentions of progress towards inflation, generating a bear trap before the conference. Bit of a nothing burger FOMC press conference. Not dovish, not hawkish, walking a very diplomatic line, and I think the market was expecting Powell to be more vocal about Fed independence, and he clarified that there was nothing hawkish about removing the red language about inflation making progress. Powell didn't really give anything for bears, and bulls took this as an opportunity to squeeze aggressive shorts. So that's pretty much it right there. Like I said, he really wasn't hawkish or bearish. It was kind of neutral, but in the end, he ended up being dovish because he said, inflation doesn't necessarily need to reach 2% for them to be more dovish. So the March meeting might be more dovish, and they might even cut rates. But we'll wait and see what happens. More on the Fed chair. He's calling for Congress to move on crypto regulatory apparatus. Jerome Powell said that the banks were perfectly able to serve crypto customers and suggested that lawmakers should act to address the potential risk to households. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell addressed the question on crypto after announcing that interest rates would remain unchanged in the United States. He basically said, "I do think it would be helpful if there were a greater regulatory apparatus around crypto, and I think that's something that Congress was working on quite a lot. We've actually spent a lot of time with members of Congress working together with them on various things, and I think that would be a very constructive thing for Congress to do." So there you go. He's suggesting to Congress, to work on, on crypto, make for better clarity, a better regulatory apparatus. So let's see what the Bitcoin price is. See how high it's gotten. Last time I checked, it was above 105K. See if it's still the same. Yeah, current price of Bitcoin is $105,308. So definitely, I do believe Jerome Powell pumped Bitcoin. Here's the January 29 candle. Nothing but a big green candle. It opened at 101,290, but as soon as Jerome Powell gave his speech, like in the first 30 minutes, it went all the way up to like $104,000, and now it's continued to pump. It's all the way up to 105,351. That's the current price, but it did touch 106,000. It did touch 105,600 a little bit earlier. But it looks like it's pumping. I do believe it's gonna continue to pump. Bitcoin is due for a parabolic pump to the upside. I do believe we got a pump above 120K before we have a deep correction of 30% or more. We've been stuck in this range now for, let's see how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days. Going on 14 days. So going on 2 weeks. We've been stuck above 100K, between 100K and between like 107K. Although we did wick all the way up to 109,368. On the 20th of January, but that was just a quick wick. To make a new all-time high. But then we came back down. But at least we've been staying above 100K, and we have been closing above 100K for the last 2 weeks. So that's excellent, really. We don't want to fall back under 100K. We don't want to we don't want to end up closing under 100K because for over 2 months we were stuck in this range here between 90K and 100K, and now we're finally above it for almost 2 weeks. So we definitely want to stay above 100K. As long as we stay above 100K, keep closing above 100K, that's really good for Bitcoin. That means it's just getting ready for its next leg up. And I do believe the next leg up for Bitcoin is do it anytime. It's right around the corner. I expect Bitcoin to rally here pretty soon. I think usually after an FOMC meeting, about a day or two after, Bitcoin starts pumping. So I do expect Bitcoin to start pumping maybe by Friday. If not into the weekend, we probably get like a weekend rally. And I do see Bitcoin going up before it crashes. I do believe Bitcoin has to go above 120K before it has a deep correction, and by a deep correction I mean a 30% correction or more. If you have been watching my channel, you would know that Bitcoin in all previous cycles, it has done a 100% move to the upside before it has a deep correction after it goes into price discovery, true price discovery that is, because we did have true price discovery here on November 6th. Right after the elections, we went into true price discovery, and price discovery is when we go above the previous all-time high cycle. The previous all-time high cycle in 2021 was 69K, and we finally, went into true price discovery on November 6, 2024. We surpassed 69K, and we've been above it, for over 2 months now. And every time Bitcoin has done this in the last 3 previous cycles since its creation, it always does a 100% move to the upside from price discovery before it has a deep correction. So 69K is the previous all-time high. So 100% move to the upside from 69K would be right around $138,000. So Bitcoin has the potential to get as high as $138,000 before it corrects, before it has a deep correction of about 30% or more. Could be 40%, could even be 50%. But right now, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. I do believe it's going to keep going up above 120K before we see that deep correction that the bears have been waiting for. The bears, they've been putting all the FUD out there, saying that Bitcoin is going to crash, that it's going to go to 70K, that 9,000 is the top for Bitcoin this cycle, that we're basically much done with the bull run. But I don't think so. I do believe the bull run is going to continue. The 4-year cycles hasn't been broken for Bitcoin since it got created, so I don't see why it's going to be broken now. History repeats. It's not exact, but it rhymes. So right now the Bitcoin chart is rhyming. It's still making higher highs and higher lows. It's just grinding up slowly to the upside. And at any time, without notice, Bitcoin could go parabolic. And now a lot of people were waiting for the FOMC meeting for confirmation. That the economy and the Powell, was going to be dovish. And I think they got it. So, usually a couple of days after Jerome Powell speaks, we either dump or pump. But right now, since, Powell was dovish, I do believe we're going to see a big pump to the upside on Bitcoin. So get ready. Don't be bearish, because right now I do believe, Bitcoin's getting ready for a big pump to the upside. And like I said earlier, I do believe Bitcoin's going to keep rallying to the upside, at least above 120K, before it has a deep correction of 30% or more. But it does have the potential to keep rallying all the way up to 138K. So stay bullish on Bitcoin because I do see a big pump coming. And now you might wonder, why is Bitcoin pumping, and why are the altcoins, a lot of the altcoins still, stuck at their local lows? Well, that would be because, the Bitcoin dominance is up. The Bitcoin dominance is back up to at 59.63%. So that's not good for altcoins. The higher the dominance on Bitcoin, the more, the altcoins get suppressed. So that's why, a lot of your favorite altcoins are being suppressed right now, stuck at the all-time, at their local lows. Although there are random coins popping off. I mean, I'm not saying, there's not some random altcoins popping off. But, the majority, about, 90% of the altcoins are still being suppressed, stuck at their local lows. But that's because the Bitcoin dominance went up. But I'm pretty sure this is probably going to, start winding down. Looks like it might make a double top here. Here on December 20th, it topped off at 59.92%. And so far here on today's date, on the trading day of January 30th, it's gotten up to 59.88. So it might make a local top, a double top here. And, it might start coming back down now. So I do expect this Bitcoin dominance to make this double top that it just did today. So it might, start coming back down. And and that's going to start making altcoins rally. So get ready. I do believe the true altcoin season is right around the corner for altcoins. I do believe by mid-February to late February we're going to be in full blast altcoin season, and I do believe your favorite altcoins are going to be 50%. They'll be doing 50% moves to the upside every day. The next day they might do a 75% move to the upside. And the next day they might do 100% move to the upside, and that's going to continue for about a month or two, and they're going to be basically mooning. So get ready. The true altcoin season is right around the corner. If you don't see your favorite altcoin pumping yet, don't get anxious. Don't get bearish. Don't sell out of your position. This is not the time to sell. This is the time to hold, because the parabolic bull run is right around the corner. Bitcoin's about to go parabolic, and that's going to send the altcoins even more parabolic. Remember that we're in the third year of the bull run, and the third year of the bull run is the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin, and that makes the altcoins go parabolic as well. Remember that remember that Bitcoin has a 4-year cycle, has a 1-year bear market and 3 years of bull run. The bear market for this cycle for Bitcoin was between November 2021 and November 2022, and then after November 2022, the 3 years of bull run started for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's gonna be in a bull run until 3 years after November 22, which is right around November 2025. Now I think it might top off sometime around between August, September, and October 2025. But that's basically still 3 years of bull run. So get ready. We are in the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin, and I do believe Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. And just to summarize, I do believe more upside for Bitcoin is coming before we see more downside. I do believe Bitcoin has to get at least above 120K before it has a deep correction of 30% or more. But it does have the potential to go as high as $138,000 before it has a deep correction of 30% or more. So stay bullish on Bitcoin, and you'll be reaping the rewards here shortly. Now let's get right into the XRP update. See what XRP is doing at the time of recording. Current price of XRP is $3.11. XRP has been doing really good these last 2 weeks. It's been closing about $3. It broke out of its previous range, when it was ranging between $2 and $2.90. Now it's ranging between like $3 and like $3.30, right around there. And it's been ranging at this range because if you would have been watching my videos over a month or 2 months ago, I told you guys that XRP was gonna be stalling out right below 350, because 350 is the all-time high for XRP that it made in December 2017. It made that all-time high, and a lot of people bought that top. A lot of people bought the XRP hype in 2017, and they bought that top around $3, $3.50, and now that we're above $3, a lot of people are selling off. They're just getting their money back. They want to break even. They don't want to lose money anymore. So they just want to, they're happy to get their money back. But if they were smart, they would just hold, because I do believe XRP is going to go to higher prices. I do believe XRP could get to at least $15 this cycle. So that would be like a 50x, from the bear market low of 30 cents. But if Bitcoin, gets anywhere near 250K, then I do believe XRP could get as high as $30. I do believe XRP is going to have a massive bull run this cycle. I do believe XRP is mimicking its 2017 cycle, where it did over a 500x. It basically mooned from low to high. Now this time around, I don't think it could do a 500x, but I do believe it could do anywhere from a 50x to a 100x from its bear market low of 30 cents. So that would be around $15 would be a 50x, and $30 would be 100x. But again, in order to get to $30, Bitcoin would have to have a massive bull run and get anywhere close to 250K at the top of the bull run. Now I forgot to mention what my price prediction for Bitcoin is at the top of the bull run. I do see Bitcoin topping off anywhere between 180K and 250K at the top of the bull run. And that top of the bull run is probably going to come in sometime around September 2025, give or take a month. Now, my reasoning for that, the reason I believe that, is because Bitcoin has diminishing returns in gains every cycle. In the 2017 cycle, Bitcoin did a 129x from the bear market low to the high, and on the 2021 cycle, Bitcoin did a 22x only from the bear market low of 3,124 to the top of the bull run high of 69K. So that's a 22x. So since there are diminishing returns in each cycle, I do believe Bitcoin is probably going to do less than a 22x this 2025 cycle. So that's why I'm thinking it could probably do anywhere between a 12x to a 17x from the bear market low. So that's why my price target is 180K to 250K for the top of the bull run for Bitcoin. Because if you multiply 12 times 15K, that would be 180,000. Even if you multiply 17 times the bear market low of 15K, that would be around $250,000 for Bitcoin. So that's my price target, 180K to 250K at the top of the bull run for Bitcoin. So stay bullish on XRP though. XRP is doing great. It's been closing above $3, and I do believe it's just coiling up, getting ready for a massive bull run. And like I said earlier, I do believe this year is going to be a massive bull run for XRP and XLM as well, which brings us to XLM. Let's see what XLM is doing at the time of recording. The twin axes, XRP and XLM. XLM current price is 40 cents. It's just been holding strong, right around 40 cents. It ended up closing at 39 cents, but we're bouncing back up to 40 cents. But XRP and XLM have been holding strong. They haven't been dipping that much. Right now that the Bitcoin dominance has been going up a lot. All the other altcoins, they're dipping anywhere from 20, 30, 40, 50%, 60%. All the AI coins are dipping over 50% right now, which is a great buy on AI coins right now. If you're bullish on AI coins right now, it's perfect time to buy the dip. Ever since that DeepSeek article, that DeepSeek came out here a couple of days ago, all the AI coins went down. But I do believe they're gonna recover. I do believe the AI coins are gonna have a great cycle this 2025. But back to XLM. XLM, just like XRP, has been holding strong. It hasn't been dipping that much. And just like XRP, just waiting on Bitcoin to go parabolic, and XLM will go parabolic too. So there's not much to say because it's been going sideways, for over 2 months now. So nothing has changed for XLM. It's just like you keep going sideways until Bitcoin goes parabolic. And at the top of the bull run, I do see XLM at least getting to around $3.50 to $3.50. That would be my bearish case scenario, and my bullish case scenario is around $7. And I do believe it's mimicking the 2017 cycle, just like XRP, where they both had massive bull runs. XRP and XLM, they did over a 500x from the low to the high. But this time around, I don't think XLM could do a 500x like in 2017. But I do believe it could do at least a 50x from the bear market low of 7 cents, and potentially all the way up to 100x up to $7. So that's why the bear market low was 7 cents, so 50x would be right around $3.50, and 100x would be right around $7. But in order for XLM to get close to $7, it would have to rely on Bitcoin getting close to 250k. So if Bitcoin gets anywhere near 250k, then XLM does have that potential to get to $7. But if not, I do see XLM getting to at least $3.50, which would be a 50x from the bear market low of 7 cents. So stay bullish on XLM. I do believe it's getting ready to run. It's already been consolidating over 2 months, so it's time. It's about due. And it's just waiting on Bitcoin to go parabolic. And I do believe Bitcoin is going to go parabolic here at any time. And Jasmy, let's get into the Jasmy update. Jasmy is at a great price right now. This is a perfect time to buy the dip on Jasmy, or to DCA into Jasmy if you already own Jasmy. It's at 0.25. I mean, what a great price. I mean, it did get as high as 6 cents here on December 5th, 2024. That's the local top right now, is 0.5940, which basically is 6 cents. So it's basically over a 50% correction. So it's already corrected, over 50%. It's at its local low here. The local low it made, today was at 0.2312, but it's already bounced back up all the way up to 0.2556, and I do believe it's going to keep grinding up now. I do believe, Jerome Powell basically signaled the start of the, of the next parabolic run to the upside. So, it's just a matter of time now. It usually takes about, a couple days before, the altcoins and Bitcoin start, rallying after an FOMC meeting. They either pump or they dump 2 days after Jerome Powell gives his speech. But, seeing that Jerome Powell was, more dovish than hawkish, and seeing also that, we're in the parabolic bull run phase for Bitcoin and cryptos, then, I'm betting that, it's about to go parabolic. Bitcoin's about to go parabolic, and that's going to pull up Jasmy and the rest of the cryptos. Now, at the top of the bull run, I do see Jasmy, getting anywhere close to $1, somewhere between like 90 to 95 cents. It might be kind of hard to get to the exact dollar because, it is a psychological number. Just like Bitcoin, had a hard time breaking 100K, Jasmy might have a hard time breaking $1. But it could probably easily get to like 90 to 95 cents. Now a lot of people think it could only get to like 30 cents and 60 cents, and that might be so, but even at 30 cents, that's still a good 10x from the price of today. And from the bear market low, that's over 100x. And if it only got to 60 cents, that's still a good, like 20x from the price of today. And for the bear market low of 0028, that's over 200x. But if it did get over 90 cents, that would be like a 300x from the bear market low of 0028. And that would be like a 30x from the price of today. So I'm very bullish on Jasmy. Has a lot of narratives. As like an Internet of Things narrative. As a Web3 gaming narrative. As an AI narrative. As like a DePIN narrative. As a robotics narrative. It's even got a medical narrative. So I'm very bullish on Jasmy. It's got a very good team. It's comprised of 4 ex-Sony executives. And these ex-Sony executives, they know how to market a product. They know how to, follow through and make what they're working on successful. That's what they did with Sony. Everybody knows about the Sony PlayStation, and everybody knows about the Sony electronics. Basically, Sony's a household name, and that's what I think Jasmy's going to become. Jasmy's going to become a household name. Everybody's going to be FOMOing into Jasmy once it gets to 30 cents and higher. And I do believe at the top of the bull run, Jasmy is going to be a household crypto. Everybody's going to know about crypto. It's already a household crypto in Japan. It's the only crypto in Japan to have clarity. And, so all the Japanese are going to be, FOMOing into Jasmy for sure, if they haven't already. So definitely, stay bullish on Jasmy. It's known as the Bitcoin of Japan. So there's a reason for that, because it's probably going to be around for a long time, and it's going to run this cycle. So stay bullish on Jasmy. So now let's get into the Leah AI update. Now the AI agents and the AI coins, ever since the DeepSeek debacle came out here a couple of days ago, it made Nvidia crash. Microsoft crash. All the AI, stocks and all the AI coins have been crashing because of the DeepSeek debacle that came out a couple days ago. But that's the perfect time to buy the dip. Every time you have a 50% correction or more, that's the perfect time to buy the dip when you're in the parabolic bull run phase. Not if you're in the bear market. If you're in the bear market, you don't want to buy. But right now, you got to know your cycles. Bitcoin's in the third year of the bull run, which is the parabolic bull run phase, and we still got at least another 9 to 10 months left in the bull run. So right now is the perfect time to buy the dip on AI coins like Leah AI. Leah AI is one of my top picks this cycle. It's only at a $10 million market cap. I do believe it could get to a $1 billion market cap, or pretty close to it. For sure it could get to a $500 million market cap, but I do think it might even get to a $1 billion market cap. That would be like a 100x from the prices today if it did get to a $1 billion market cap. And even if it only got to a $500 million market cap, that would be a 50x. Just like the AI16Z, AI agent coin. That one at one point was as high as $2.5 billion market cap. So if AI16Z did it, why can't Leah AI do it? I do believe Leah AI is better technology, because Leah AI is the first video AI agent. The AI16Z is not a video AI agent, but Leah AI is. And Leah AI's got her own, personality. She's very sassy and sarcastic. And I do believe the Apple Store is going to be putting up a Leah app here pretty soon. Everybody's going to be able to download Leah and talk to her, conversate with her, and that's going to that's going to give exposure to Leah AI, the crypto, and that's probably it's going to get mass adopted. So if you buy it right now, you're pretty much early. Don't wait for the FOMO once everybody knows about it. Not that many people know about Leah AI. There's a few people know about it, but not many people know about it. It's still not mass adopted, but it will get mass adopted. Only a $10 million market cap, and it's got great tokenomics. The max supply and the total supply is only $1 billion, and the circulating supply is the same, $1 billion, not $1 billion. $1 billion Leah. So yeah, the max supply and the total supply is $1 billion Leah, and the circulating supply is the same, $1 billion Leah. So all the tokens are in circulation, so that's good because the team won't be able to dump on you. So that's pretty good tokenomics. And again, only at $10 million market cap. Well, I mean, that's a steal, really. Imagine you would have bought, like AI16Z when it was a $10 million market cap, and it got to a $2.5 billion market cap. That was like over like a 200x. So I think Leah AI could do something similar, if not even better. And again, I do see good things coming for Leah AI. So look into Leah AI. That's one of my top picks on the AI agents coin. It's getting a lot of traction. It's becoming very popular. I mean, in case you don't know, you could basically conversate with Leah AI. She's the first video AI agent. She has very human thoughts and human-like responses. She's not like robotic. And she's kind of like ChatGPT. She's full of information, but you don't have to type in. You don't have to text in. You don't have to type in the text. You could just talk to her, and her response is not in text. She basically talks to you, and you can see her face expressions. She has a very sassy and sarcastic personality. So I think she's gonna do really good this cycle, especially once she comes out in the Apple Store. Everybody's gonna be downloading Leah and talking to her. You could ask her, for crypto advice. You could talk to her about the weather, politics. You talk to her about anything, but she's really good at crypto. So definitely, you could even make her your friend. Leah could be your friend and talk to her every day. So there you go. Don't hesitate. This is an awesome price for Leah AI. I'm definitely buying the dip. I already own Leah AI, but I'm gonna buy some more because I'm very bullish on Leah AI. So this is a great price for Leah AI. Don't wait, because I do think the market's gonna start pumping. If you wait another day or two, it might already be double price. So get ready. I do see a big pump coming for Leah AI. Okay. Now before we get into the XCN update, let's see if I have some other news. That way we don't just do all charts. Get boring. Look at all charts. Let's see here. I got this news article pulled up. More bullish news for Bitcoin and crypto. It says Texas Lieutenant Governor announces Bitcoin reserve as priority bill for 2025. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick revealed that establishing a Bitcoin reserve in the state will be among 2025 legislative priorities. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick announced the state's 2025 legislative priorities on January 29, and they included a proposal to establish a Texas Bitcoin reserve. Let's see what it says here. This is what he said here. It's time for Texas to lead the way in establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. That's why I filed SB 778, which, if passed and signed into law, would make Texas the first state in the nation to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. This would position our state at the forefront on the digital economy, driving growth and securing economic freedom for our great state. There you go. Kudos if you live in Texas. I heard they don't have a state capital gains tax. They do have capital gains tax. I think it's like, they have their long and short capital gains, but they don't have state capital gains. Because like another state like California, let's just say you pay a long-term capital gains tax of 20%. On top of that, California will charge you like another 13% capital gains tax. And in Texas, it doesn't have that extra tax. It would just be whatever. If you have a long-term 20%, that's all you pay. So let's just say you made $100,000 in Texas, you would only have to pay $20,000, 20%, and in California you would have to pay 33%. You would have to pay like $33,000. So kudos to you if you live in Texas. You pay a lot less taxes over there on capital gains. So that's awesome for Texas. Hopefully they get their Bitcoin reserve. And I guess Texas joins at least 5 other states in the U.S. where legislators are working on establishing Bitcoin or crypto reserves, including Arizona, Utah, and a couple other states. So definitely, hopefully this happens. If Texas, gets their Bitcoin reserve, that's just gonna make other states do it, and eventually all the states will do it, and that's gonna make crypto get mass adopted, and that's gonna be good for us. If you're hearing me in this live stream, you're early into crypto, and that's just gonna make our bags pump as more mass adoption comes into crypto and blockchain. So that's pretty awesome. Now let's get right into the XCN update, and then we'll do some more news. Let's see what XCN is doing at the time of recording. Current price of XCN is 0.3619. So it looks like XCN is bouncing back. XCN is very volatile. It's got massive green candles. It's been like mooning ever since January 15. It started mooning. The time to buy XCN was on January 13 or before, when you could still buy it at 0.0025. But now it basically did over a 20x all the way up to all the way up to 0.49, basically 5 cents. So basically did over a 20x in let's see how many days. January 13 to January 26, in 13 days it did over a 20x. It's very volatile right now. It's been having big pullbacks. It did pull back all the way up to 0.22. It's already bounced back up to 0.36. So definitely I do think XCN is gonna keep doing great. I'm just glad I own XCN. I'm so happy I bought it over a year ago. I bought that. I bought Jasmy. I bought XRP, XLM, Avalanche. I got all those at super low prices in the bear market. And now I'm accumulating into Crow with Knife and the COQ, the Cockini and the Crow with Knife, because they're still at low market cap. Because all meme coins, all the good meme coins with big communities, they do end up running. But you just gotta be patient. And I do believe the Crow with Knife and the Cockini are gonna run. They're late bloomers, just like the Crow blockchain, the Kronos blockchain, and the Avalanche blockchains. They're late bloomers. And the number one meme coins, which is Crow with Knife and the COQ, are going to be late bloomers as well. That's why I'm accumulating right now. But back to XCN, I do believe XCN is going to continue to run. I do believe this thing could easily 100x from the bear market low. The bear market low was 0007, so it's only like 3.5 cents to 100x. So once it gets to 7 cents, it's going to complete its 100x. But I think it might even do more than that. I'm thinking it could, get to at least 25 cents this cycle and potentially go as high as 50 cents. So if it does get to 25 cents, that's going to be like a over a 300x. And if it gets to 50 cents, that's going to be over like a 600x. So like a 500x, something like that. So definitely I'm super bullish on XCN. I'm just going to keep holding my XCN. And probably sell sometime soon. Once we get above like 10 cents, I'll take some profits, but not sell all of it, because I do believe it could get to around at least 25 cents and up to 50 cents. So stay bullish on XCN. This is one of the chosen ones for this cycle. It's already mooning, and we're not even in the true altcoin season. So once the true altcoin season, it's gonna go parabolic even more. So that's why I think you could get to like at least 25 cents, maybe even up to 50 cents. So if you're holding XCN, kudos to you. Just hold and huddle, and you'll reap the rewards here once it gets to around 25 cents. You might want to take some profits though. Once it gets to 10 cents, at least take out your initial investment or a little bit of profit. But I mean, I wouldn't sell it all, because I do think XCN is having a massive bull run. I do think it could get to at least 25 cents and potentially all the way up to 50 cents. So kudos to you if you own XCN. I'm sure you're a happy fella or a happy lady. Okay, now let's get into the Avalanche update. See what Avax is doing. Current price of Avax is 33.70. Talk about a premium blockchain being suppressed. I mean, this is like a super premium blockchain, like Solana and Ethereum. I do expect Avalanche being suppressed right now, because Avalanche historically is a late bloomer. Avalanche in the 2021 cycle did the same thing. It was being suppressed all of early 2021, but once mid 2021 to late 2021, it started going parabolic, and it went super parabolic, and it got and it topped off with Bitcoin in November 2021. So it was a late bloomer in 2021, and I do expect the same thing this year. I do believe Avalanche is a late bloomer. So Avalanche is the perfect time to be accumulating right now. If you like Avalanche, it's a perfect time to accumulate, because before you know it, it's gonna take off. It's gonna go parabolic, just like it did in the 2021 cycle. And I do believe it could get as high as to at least $300, but potentially could even go as high as $600. I mean, it's a premium blockchain, has a real world asset narrative. It's the #1 Web3 gaming blockchain in all of crypto. It does have the #1 game of the year. It has the #1 Web3 game of the year for 2024, which is Off the Grid by Godzilla. It's running on the Avax blockchain. It also has over like 100, it has over 100 Web3 games, and they're good games too. They're not like little, like clicker games, like hamster damster, whatever it's called. Definitely, the Avalanche blockchain holds a lot of AAA games. Pulsar, is one that comes to mind, and Off the Grid. Those are the top two that I know of, and there's a bunch of other ones too. I just forget their names right now. So I do believe Avalanche is just waiting for Bitcoin to go parabolic, and sometime later in the cycle it's going to go parabolic. Like I say, it's a late bloomer, but it's the perfect time to start accumulating. So don't miss out on Avax. Now let's get into the Crow with Knife update. Like I said earlier, I'll do the Crow with Knife and the Cocky New update kind of together. Crow with Knife, the price is 702990. I mean, it's perfect time to accumulate. It's basically at its local low almost. Local low was 02490. It did bounce up from that local low, but I mean, it's such a cheap price right now. I mean, the market cap is only 22 million. $22 million market cap. That's so cheap for Crow with Knife. Crow with Knife is the #1 meme coin on the Kronos blockchain, and just like Avalanche, the Kronos blockchain in 2021 was a late bloomer. The CR token, was suppressed, about a penny or 2 or 3 pennies, all of 2021. But then all of a sudden it took off, and it kept on running all the way until November 2021, and it topped off with Bitcoin, and it topped off at 96 cents. So CRO token on the 2021 cycle basically did a 96x, from low to high. And I expect the same thing this time around. I do expect the Kronos blockchain to be a late bloomer, and the CAW, the #1 meme coin on the Kronos blockchain, is going to be the same. It's going to be a late bloomer, but once it takes off, it takes off. I do believe it has a 100x potential, but if not, it could easily get to at least $1 billion market cap, which would be about a 50x from the price of today. So it has a 22 million. So yeah, that would be about if it did get to $1 billion market cap, it would be a 50x, but it might even get to like a $2 billion market cap, which might be close to a 100x. So yeah, don't miss out on Crow with Knife. This is the perfect time to start accumulating. I mean, Pepe, Doge, SHIB, all those, cryptos, they all got over $1 billion market cap. Floki, and Crow with Knife being the #1 meme coin on the Kronos blockchain. I don't see why I can't do it either. And the Kronos blockchain, crypto.com, they're basically, like in cahoots with Donald Trump. At least the CEO of crypto.com, he has dinner and he visits Donald Trump. I think they're planning something. So I see Kronos blockchain blowing up here, sometime in mid 2025 to late 2025. So if you like Crow with Knife, it's the perfect time to accumulate, and it's gonna bloom. It's gonna moon here in mid 2025 to late 2025. But it could start mooning at any time. So I wouldn't hesitate. These are perfect times to accumulate. I think this is the local low here of 0.70249. I don't think it'll go lower than that. So this is a perfect time to accumulate. And the Cocky New, the COQ, it's basically the same thing with the COQ. Super low market cap, only $63 million market cap. Price is 609. It's the #1 meme coin on the Avalanche blockchain, and just like CAW, it's going to be a late bloomer. Sometime later in the cycle, it's going to start running, and it does have potential to do anywhere from a 50x to a 100x. Being the #1 meme coin at Avax, it's going to run. It's got, just like Crow with Knife, it's got a big community. Everybody loves that crazy chicken or rooster, whatever it is. There's a lot of memes on it on X and everywhere. So definitely don't miss out on the COQ. It's basically the same thing like Crow with Knife. They're going to be late bloomers because the Kronos blockchain and the Avalanche blockchain, they were late bloomers in 2021. They topped up with Bitcoin in 2021, and I expect the same thing this cycle that the Kronos blockchain and the Avalanche blockchain ecosystem are going to top off late in November or October. No, actually, I think they're going to top off anywhere between August, September, October of 2025. But basically, right now, the COQ is at a perfect accumulation area. So, don't hesitate, because COQ is going to run later. Again, this is perfect accumulation time. But again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I say is not financial advice. It's just my opinions and my insights. Don't buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so. Learn to do your own research and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose. But I have been studying the charts for over 4 years, and that's what the charts are showing, that that the CAW and the COQ are going to be late bloomers. Now let's get into the DXY. This is the last chart or show, and then I'll do some more news. DXY is the dollar index, the US dollar index. It's at 107.90. Basically, I like to show this chart because Bitcoin and the DXY have an inverse relationship. Whenever the DXY is going up, Bitcoin usually goes down or it goes sideways, it gets suppressed. But when the DXY goes down, Bitcoin goes up. If you remember in January 13, when the DXY was topping off, it topped off at $110.17, $110.17. Bitcoin was in the low 90s. It was in the 90,000 range. But ever since then, the DXY has been collapsing. It's been going down, down, down. That's why we've gotten back above 100K. So that shows the inverse relationship. And we did get as low as 106.96. Although we bounced back to 107.90 today. But hopefully, nothing goes down in a straight line and nothing goes up in a straight line. But hopefully it's just a little bounce and hopefully it starts collapsing again. We need the DXY to keep collapsing. That way the Bitcoin goes higher and higher and more parabolic. So just like to show that. But I do believe it's going to keep going down. It's just that time. In the 4-year cycle, Bitcoin is in its parabolic boom phase. So when Bitcoin goes parabolic, the DXY collapses. So I do expect the DXY to keep collapsing and Bitcoin is keep going parabolic. Let's see what the current price of Bitcoin is. It might even gone parabolic already. You never know. I do expect it at any time. But still at 105,000, but it's holding strong. Look, it's making another green candle. 105,000, 110. We're making another green candle. The January 29 was a big green candle up. And this might be another big green candle up. And we might keep going green and make a new all-time high here at any time. So, get ready. I do believe, Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. And that's going to pull up all your favorite cryptos. Let's see, I have some more news I wanted to share. Okay, I shared the Texas and their Bitcoin reserve story. This is another bullish story I'd like to share. This is kind of interesting here. It says crypto mobile wallets hit 36 million record high amid growing retail adoption. Increasingly more passive crypto holders are turning into active users and interacting with blockchain-based protocol. Mobile cryptocurrency users have reached a new all-time high as increasingly more passive cryptocurrency holders are turning into active users, showcasing growing mainstream adoption. Mobile cryptocurrency wallets reached a new all-time high of over 36 million in the fourth quarter of 2024. So there you go. I just wanted to show that real quick. More people are getting mass adopted. More than 36 million mobile crypto wallets. So that's awesome. If you're listening to me, you're still early in the game. I do believe the global governments are pushing crypto and blockchain. In the next few years, more and more people are going to be into it, and that's going to make all our pumps back. So you're lucky if you're in it right now. We're early into it. So another bullish article here. It says, is Elon Musk plotting the mother of all blockchains? Musk is said to be exploring public blockchains to curb wasteful government spending and stem fraud and abuse. Will it work? Elon Musk, the world's richest person, is said to believe blockchain technology can boost government efficiency. Last week, he reportedly met with representatives of public blockchains to explore the use of distributed digital ledgers in his new Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Bloomberg claims though nothing has been announced publicly. Still, if Musk does successfully apply blockchain technology to some parts of the U.S. government, whether Doge or some other agency, what would it mean for the global blockchain industry? Would it inspire other governments to follow suit? Might the sheer scale of it become a game changer, a watershed moment of the global blockchain movement? There are good reasons to believe that public, tamper-free digital ledger could help track government spending, secure data, and perhaps even make payments. But technical, political, and educational obstacles surely remain. Like I told you guys, I do believe the governments are going to be pushing crypto and blockchain. So I mean, if the U.S. mass adopts crypto and blockchains, which it looks like it's doing, because it looks like Donald Trump is definitely pro crypto, and all the people he's appointing into government positions like Elon Musk, Paul Atkins, the new SEC chair, the crypto czar, they're all pro crypto. So they're definitely pushing crypto, and they're probably going to do their Bitcoin Reserve Act. So definitely, if the U.S. mass adopts crypto, for some reason all the other countries will follow, and they're going to be adopting crypto and blockchain. I do believe that's where the world is headed, and I do believe eventually they're going to get rid of paper money. Everybody's going to have their wallets, digital IDs, digital everything. They want to get rid of the paper trail. So get ready. I do believe crypto and blockchain is going to be mass adopted. And if you're invested into crypto right now, you're early, and your bags are going to get pumped. So that's good for us. More money for us. Last article I'll share with you guys here is Trump crypto order may disrupt Bitcoin's 4-year cycle. Bitwise Matt Hugan said crypto wouldn't fully overcome a 4-year cycle, but said market pullbacks would be shorter and shallower than before. U.S. President Donald Trump's recent crypto executive order could disrupt the crypto market's 4-year boom and bust cycle that has seen over the last decade, says Bitwise investment chief Matt Hugan. Trump's sweeping January 23rd order, along with changes at the Securities and Exchange Commission, has brought in the full mainstreaming of crypto, where banks and Wall Street can move aggressively into the space. He added crypto exchange traded funds were big enough to bring billions from new investors, but said he's convinced Trump's executive order to explore creating a digital asset stockpile and draft a regulatory framework will bring trillions. That's awesome. Bitcoin has historically moved in a 4-year cycle over a 16-year lifespan, seeing losses over 2014, 2018, 2022, but hitting new peaks in the 3 years between each pullback. The next pullback is expected in 2026 if the cycle continues. Hugan said the industry won't fully overcome the 4-year cycle, but believe any pullback will be shorter and shallower than in the past years. The crypto space has matured. There's greater variety of buyers and more value-oriented investors other than before. I expect volatility, but I'm not sure I'd bet against the crypto in 2026. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I kind of disagree with that. I think 2026 is going to be the bear market. I mean, right now, all we have is the charts and the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin, and the chart and the 4-year cycle for Bitcoin shows that there's 1 year bear market and 3 years of bull run. So right now we're in the last year of the bull run. So the last year of the bull run should end sometime in September or October 2025, and after that will be the start of the bear market. So basically all of 2026. And this Hugan guy, he's saying not to bet against crypto in 2026. So if you don't sell the top, or as close to the top you can here in 2025, you're gonna basically round trip all your cryptos, and you're gonna get into the bear market, and basically all your profits are gonna go back down, and you're gonna have to wait like another 4 years for the next top of the bull run to sell. See, I remember in 2021 there was a lot of big time YouTube influencers saying the same thing, like, oh, don't sell your crypto in 2021. 2022 is going to be even better. This is going to be the super cycle. I don't know if you guys remember that. Everybody was talking about the super cycle. where Bitcoin and cryptos are just gonna keep mooning. We're not gonna have a bear market. So this kind of what this guy is saying. Not to bet against crypto in 2026. But I don't know. I'm selling all my crypto in 2025. I don't know about you guys. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm definitely selling all my cryptos in 2025. I'm gonna continue to follow the 4-year cycle. I definitely don't want to hold my crypto all of the bear market. That way I lose all my profits. Because remember, in the bear market, all your favorite altcoins, they lose anywhere from 90% to 95% of the profits. So and then you have to wait another 4 years for the next bull run to be able to sell your cryptos. So you don't want to do that. If you want to listen to this guy Hugan, that's up to you. Or your favorite influencers. I've already heard a lot of big time YouTube channels already talking about how don't sell your crypto in 2025. Because of Trump and because of BlackRock and because of all these institutions. Putting a bunch of money into crypto. It's gonna keep running all up 2026. We're not gonna have a bear market this time. But that's not true, because all these big institutions, they're gonna take profits. They're not just gonna keep putting money in and not take profits. These people are billionaires. They didn't become billionaires for a reason. They buy low and sell high. So they're definitely gonna dump on you, sometime in late 2025. So just stick to the 4-year cycle or subscribe to my channel. If you want guidance, if you're new, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be letting you know, when I think the top's coming in for Bitcoin or your favorite altcoin. You could always, send me a message here in the live chat. I'll gladly do a, altcoin analysis for you. Or even better, if you want access to me full time, any time of the day, you could always, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/topcryptobull. I just started my Patreon. Just trying to build a community here of like-minded, crypto enthusiasts, crypto traders, crypto investors. Whether you're new or you're a veteran in Bitcoin or crypto, we'd love to have you. Trying to start a community. It's really cheap, only $20. Want to help people out. I just like talking about crypto and blockchain. So definitely think about joining the Patreon if you're new or if you're not. If you're a veteran, we'd love to have you. If you want low market cap jam picks, that's my specialty, to look for low market cap jams. We buy them low and we sell them high. So think about that. That again is Top Crypto Bull. It's patreon.com, Top Crypto Bull. Okay. The link is in the description in case you were wondering. I guess that's it in the articles. I pretty much covered all the articles, and we went over all the charts, all the channel's favorites. But basically the market's looking good. Look at this, nothing but a sea of green. XCN leading the way, 30%, 28% up for the day. Let's look at the channel favorites here. See what the channel favorites are doing here on the crypto bubbles. Give me a second here, just waiting for it. What happened there? Waiting for the internet here. Favorites. We want to look at the favorites. Okay, there we go. Looks like on the channel favorites here, they're all in the green. XCN is leading the way. It's up 28.3% up for the day. Then we got Jasmy's up 6.6% up for the day. Then the COQ 3.9% up for the day. And then we have BTC 2.9% up for the day. And then we have XRP 0.2% up and XLM 0.9%. Where's CAW? I have CAW here. I don't see it though. Well, I know CAW is. I have it in my favorite list, but for some reason it's not here. Crow and Knife. What happened with Crow and Knife? Well, anyways, all the cryptos are up. Stay bullish. Don't get bearish. It's not time to be bearish. I do believe at any day now, could be tomorrow, the next day, the Bitcoin's gonna go parabolic and it's gonna pull up all the cryptos. So don't be that guy that sells all the cryptos right now before the parabolic moves to the upside. All right, guys. With this Top Crypto Bull signing off. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.